Vic is up. Yes, he is. Late night chat. Wow. So I just thought that I'd come on and chat a little bit because I'm still up and I'm wired. I slept for a good 4 hours today for a nap, and so I'm just wired and figured I'd come on here and we could chat for a little bit longer on this channel. What's up, Vic? You just woke up 5 minutes ago? Yeah. Well, let me put my honeybees jam in trouble. Get that off of there. Um, why aren't my media assets moving? Mm, don't know. There's my style. I wanted to change my style up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Well, are you going back to sleep? What you doing? Anyway, I just thought I'd come up and talk about a few things that I've got on my heart. Um, a lot of you know that I have a past history with my sister that isn't very good. And I really wanted to kind of dive into that. I know it's late, but it's just really on my heart. And I just kind of need to get it off my chest because, I have a lot of brothers and sisters in this YouTube community, especially, my close ones. And none like my sister, which is blood. And it's the only blood that I have left, besides an aunt on my dad's side of the family, two aunts, matter of fact. Um, and I'm not close to either one of them. And I'm not close to my sister. I haven't been in 6 years, and it hurts. It hurts because I know the drama that she lives in, and I know the drama that she brings to a relationship, because I have uh, felt that, during and through the years. Oh, drink you some pickle juice, Vic. If you have some pickle juice, drink you some pickle juice right now. Okay? That will help those leg cramps. I promise you. I don't know if you've got pickle juice or you've got some kind of vinegar based, juice that you can drink, but pickle juice is the best for leg and feet cramps. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Oh my God, those hurt like a motherfucker. I'm so sorry. Bananas are good for that too, but that's, long term. You really, right now, you need something to help you. So that pickle juice is the only thing I can think of right now. So I've been going through this with my sister for 6 years, and I've been talking to my counselor about it. And, I've really come to the conclusion because, I had a word from the Lord that told me that I need a massage. Yeah. Oh, Quick Vic needs a massage. Yes, he does. His legs and feet, massage them. Um, but it was time for, it's like a season for reconciliation. And my mother in law brought up something to me and she said, well, what about your sister? Don't you think that you should reconcile with your sister? And, um, I prayed about it. And, to be honest, I just didn't get the green light. I didn't get the green light because I don't think she's willing. I don't think she's willing, which is sad. Um, I'm in contact with my niece, um, to the extent that I can be. And it's a very sad situation. It's always really sad and always some kind of drama, going on. And, I mean, my life is filled with enough drama of just my own, And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that I don't want to take on someone else's drama. I don't want to take on someone else's shit and just be pounded by it. And I know that in the past that's how it was. And so past history lets us know what future events can be, right? Especially if the people don't change. And I know I've changed in the last 6 years. I know that I have forgiven her. But my counselor did tell me, we came to a conclusion that maybe I should write a letter. And I just wanted to tell y'all this little story. So as we were talking about writing this letter, she kept saying, Melissa, this is water under the bridge. This is water under the bridge that you need to let go. You need to let it go because you being angry and you holding all of these feelings on the inside is not doing you any good. Even though you've forgiven her and you know that you love her, you have to love her from a distance and from afar. This is water under the bridge. So I decided that in a beautiful journal that someone sent me recently, that I would write this letter to my sister. And it's titled Water Under the Bridge. And I'm going to tell you a little story behind this. I recently rejoined Facebook, and in Facebook, I reconnected with a friend that I used to be friends with in elementary school. And she is a teacher, and she has taught at the elementary school that we went to for 31 years. And I texted her on Facebook and told her, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And she wrote back to me and said, no lie, this is her words, having no idea that I've just talked to my counselor that day. Oh my gosh, girl, I can't believe it. Thank you so much. We have so much water under the bridge, don't we? And I thought, wow, you can call it the universe, you can call it God, whatever you want to call it. But it was something that really spoke to my heart for it to be the same message. I had a tiny moment with a brother, the one we aren't speaking to. He asked about the flooding over the weekend. We aren't speaking again, but that was okay. Well, good for you, Red. It might take time to forgive a person, might never forgive, maybe never will. Yeah, there's sometimes, look, I have a person in my life right now that I have struggled, to forgive for years. And I know forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for me. This person hurt me so bad. This person hurt me so bad over a period of years. And my mother sat by and let him do it. And so even then, I've got qualms with that, even though I love my mother so dearly. Why? Why did you let that happen? And so, of course, and my sister reminds me so much of my mother. Don't get me wrong, my mother was a wonderful woman, but she was very, very, very submissive. And I mean submissive and to the point of no headspace of your own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Red. I got you. The expectation to forgive. Maybe I don't want to do it. Right. Yeah. I mean, forgiveness is a hard subject to talk about because there are so many emotions involved and things that we can remember being said or touches that we can remember being wrong or, you know, things done that were out of meanness, just out of pure hate. Um, I mean, there's just some things that I have to put under that fucking bridge. And this is one of those things because it has taken up space in my heart and in my mind, in my dreams. It has taken up space. And I'm moving on, people. I am moving on to tomorrow. Today is a new day. Today is a new day. I have to move on and move forward. I don't have time to be sitting back there worrying about that shit. And it should be okay for me to do that without feeling guilty. And I think now I'm finally at that place where I can do that without feeling guilty about not being the one. My brother used to tell me, sis, you're the one who holds this family together. You're the glue that holds this family together. And now I wonder to myself, what would he think of me? What would my brother think of me? Would he feel the same way? Would he be as irate and as upset as I've been over the last 6 years? Over the last 6 fucking years of what my sister did, how she came in and took my mother and took control and made it to where I couldn't go to her funeral, how she stole my dad in the same manner and took him. He was there for a month before I even realized it. This sucks, guys. This is this is fuck this is just fucking fucked up. What do you do with this? What do you do with it? Hey, Munchie. Hey, dear. Yeah, family trauma is very, very fucking complicated. And mom guilt does suck. Mom guilt sucks. I've went through a lot of mom guilt phases, but this is a little bit different for me. You know, hey, sugar, da 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 da, honey, honey, you're my dream girl. I think that's how it goes. Oh, exactly, Red. Sure enough, when my husband is done, he's done. But I've also seen him forgive for the family's sake. For the family's sake. But what are we supposed to do with these traumatic emotions? There's not enough Xanax or Valium or pot or drink or anything, anything to get you through these emotions, right? I mean, even antidepressants can't, they can help you, work through, but you've got to have a therapist. And look, guys, I'm not telling everybody to get a damn therapist. Please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm saying that for me, I've had to have a fucking therapist. And I went from 2 weeks to seeing her once a week. Every Wednesday, I talk to Suzette every Wednesday. That's my woman. Do you hear me? And then I've got my everyday people, my everydays that I'm like, good morning. How are you today? This is what I'm doing. What are you doing? Thank you, Munchie. Thank you for saying that. In my opinion, if someone is very toxic, they don't deserve a place in your life, even if they are family. See, and that's what I've struggled with because I'm the only one left. I'm the oldest. I'm the middle child. My brother passed away. He was the oldest. And then I have a younger sister, 7 years younger. Me and her have not spoken in 6 years. She's very toxic. It's all she plays the victim in everything. At least I could take accountability. But like my psychologist told me, I had a nervous breakdown. That didn't mean for my sister to come and actually get my mother. It meant that I needed help with my mother, and she wasn't there to help. Instead, she came and stole my mother and took her. And that broke my heart. It broke everything in me. If anything, it made my depression go way down. I was way down. 2017 was not a good year for me at all. My mother died within 4 months of being told that she had lung cancer. 4 months is all I had with her, and missing all of the years before that because of her husband. Missing out on all kinds of stuff that my sister had the luxury of having, benefit of because she likes the the uh the husband. Oh, thank you, Red. You did. Oh my God, I can't wait to get them because this one I'm already on chapter 7. You're a sweetheart. You're going through family trauma right now myself and trying to navigate the healing process. So I get exactly what you're talking about. It's hard, Munchie. It really is. That's why I do this show, and it's not drama filled and talking about people and all stupid bullshit. A lot of that is a stress reliever for people that people don't even understand about, you know, YouTube. Trolls and all this stuff. It's a stress reliever, right? Anyway, that's why I talk about real things on this channel. And I might only get 9 people in here, but if I reach 9 people, that's more than one. And not only do I help, hey, Daniel, but y'all help me. Y'all help me. And this, like red supporting, sending those book series because she can't host me at her Wisconsin home this week. Oh, I just love it because I want to go to Wisconsin so bad. You're so right, Munchie. Let me tell you this story. And it's going to be hard because I don't really know dates, and all I know is that I was about to get married to Larry, which was 1999. Okay. And my family, which was consisted of my stepfather, my mother, my brother, my sister, her boyfriend, and her child, all picked up and moved down south Louisiana, 5 hours away from me. I was the only one left here. My whole family up and moved right when I was getting married. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And they all left me. And from then on out, it was a different outcome and a different relationship for me and my mom, and for me and for my sister and them. Hey, Braga, welcome in. Hope you're doing good, bud. But yeah, they all up and left me, and I was like, I was really young. I had 2 kids, but I was still young. I had my first child at 16, my second at 19. They're 3 years and 3 days apart. And even though my one son is in heaven, I still have a son that's here, and he's living life and doing really good right now. So I'm happy for him. Um, and he struggles with this too. He struggles with this because he doesn't want to see a fracture in the family. However, I don't see it as a fracture. I see it as it being broken yet healed over, like a healed over wound. What's up, Actions? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Um, and so I think you're right, Munchie. We need to release ourselves from the guilt of keeping that distance. I think distance is what is needed. No communication. My sister did not show up to my son's funeral. That's another thing that happened. And I know a lot of you have heard this, but and I don't mean to harp on it. I really don't. I just think this is how I process things and get it out as I talk about it. So if you've heard it before and you don't want to hear it again, I apologize. um, However, I just feel like, there's a lot of us out there, that don't have siblings, and there's some of us that do have siblings, and then there's some that, maybe, you've had a parent pass away and you're dealing with another parent. And, you know, when my mom passed away, I had to deal with my stepfather and my sister telling me I couldn't come to the funeral. I mean, who fucking does that? Who does that? I mean, I literally had someone called me and they said, I'm sitting in the church parking lot. I just went inside searching for you and they told me you better not be here. Where are you at? And I said, I'm not there. I can't make it. Mom had to work today and it's a 5 hour trip. It was a 5 hour trip there and then a 5 hour trip back, 10 hours. I didn't have a second car at the time. Oh yeah. Yes, Munchie. Yes, I do believe that now that you bring it up. Uh I do. I do hold, that like they all just left me. Like I was not important enough. You had a banana, did that help? Yeah, like I wasn't important enough, Munchie. Like why did they all leave and then they would never come visit. We had to go visit them. And then I we moved to Arkansas and I let my sister and them no, I moved to Dallas and I let my sister and them live in my trailer and they ran our phone bill up to over $500. And oh my gosh, it was horrible. The things that we went through to keep relationships open, and they kept on fucking us over and over and over. And finally, like Larry, he was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm totally done with this shit. It's crazy. Oh, Munchie, I've been through some shit, girl. I could write a book. Recently, a childhood gal said her mom would be 88 and mom would be 95, whatever issues is long over. Yeah. Look, I forgave my mother. Hey, Miss Boo. Hey, honey. I'm supposed to take a hit for Miss Boo because I like that avatar sign. That's such a good point, Red. Yeah. All right. All right, bro guy. You have a good night, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, welcome in, Miss Boo. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for stopping in. I'm just talking just gibberish. I'm just going with the flow tonight on how I'm feeling. Um when I got the call, I got the call and it was my stepdad telling me your mother has lung cancer. Um what a nice way to find out on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, 2017, your mother has lung cancer. I totally get where you're coming from. I went through the exact same thing with my family. See, there's a lot of people on here that go through the same things, but we just don't talk about it. We just don't talk about it. And I want this to be a safe place for it to be talked about because I care. I care. If no one else fucking cares, I fucking care because I get it. My sister and I have always been at odds. And see, oh gosh, my sister and I have too, really, if you want to think about it. I was 7 years old when my sister was born. There was really many years between me and my sister, such a big gap. I was the middle child, and then here she came. She was the baby. Then she was sick. And so she got everything. And I was treated so much differently than what she was treated. And of course, at 7 years old, you are very aware of how a baby's being treated over you. And she got very special treatment all throughout her life from the grandparents, and me and my brother didn't get that, which was very strange, very strange. And I only had one set of grandparents. I did not know my mother's parents. We had only visited them one time since in my childhood, so I did not know that side of my family at all, ever. They lived in Texas and they were of money. My mother came from money, and then she married a man who was very poor. And they did not, my mother's family did not even show up to the wedding because my father was not who they wanted her to marry. Yeah, that's sad, Red. I'm sorry. Yeah, mom. Yeah, yeah, I talked to her older sister, Aunt May, instead after mom passed. Just a couple of minutes of the issue. Yeah. That's for damn sure, Munchie. Money doesn't buy happiness. You can't take it with you. I mean, don't, uh, nothing's wrong with money as long as you use it, properly, you know. Um, but it sure as hell don't buy happiness because, you can have all the money in the world and your child could have cancer and that child's not going to be healed just because you have money. Doesn't work like that. You know, I could have had all the money in the world, and I did at my fingertips when we were at St. Jude. And then he got sick 10 years later and he died. And we didn't have all the money. And even if we did, it wouldn't have saved him. Yeah. Getting older, many things seem important and other things very important, unimportant. And that's where I'm coming at, Red Rooster. That's where I'm coming. That is where I'm coming to, is that these things are no longer going to be attached to me. I want to let them go. I want it to drop down off the bridge into the water and let it just go under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Oh, wow, Miss Boo. Really, listening to your story is like I'm explaining my life, but my mother walked away when I was 6. I was raised by my father. Now, my father was an alcoholic, and my mother was the housemaker. And until I was 12 years old, they were together. They were together 24 years. Yeah, 24 years, and then they split up. And I was 12 years old, and things took a drastic change after that. My life was completely turned upside down. Everyone likes nice things, but life is much more than nice things. Yeah, exactly. Life is beautiful and it's so much more than just going out and buying something. 100,000 buys happiness. How much more after that, right? Hey, boo. Quick Vic said. That's very intense, boo. Very intense. And I appreciate you sharing. I really do. And so, your mother walked away at 6. I mean, were you the only child? I've reached the age that, hey, Dawn. my sweetheart. I've reached the age that I'm not doing or attending anything I don't want to just because it's expected. Well, I'm just going to tell you, Dawn, that in the past, I've done that and I've been hated and I have been shunned because of it by one of my son's baby mama. And she to this day won't let me see my grandchildren. Yeah. So I know how you feel on that. But yet, there's some things I do feel that I need to be in attendance to, like my grandchildren's birthday. And we ended up crashing my 12-year-old granddaughter's birthday party because all the kids got together and set it up that we could come, and we all showed up, and hello, nobody was expecting us to be there. Uh-oh. I have an older sister who is 2 years older, okay? So he raised you both. Yeah, yeah, you have to learn how to say no to stuff. You do, Red. And we don't have a lot going on like that. I don't my siblings, I mean, my one sibling is dead, and then, I have this sibling I don't talk to. So I'm pretty much just me, mom, and Larry. And that's the only ones that we deal with, you know, and Hannah and Justin and the kids. And Ace. Hey, CNT, welcome in. You don't and will never speak to her again. You can time things. Give it 25 minutes to see. Okay, so Miss Boo, you're saying that you won't ever speak to your sister again, too. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So why won't you ever speak to your sister again, or can you even share? I know your mom was very abusive to you, Dawn. I didn't speak to her for years, but I was beside her when she passed. Oh my goodness, that makes me want to cry, girl. Oh, she never told me she loved me. Fuck that shit. Well, I'm just going to tell you, I love you. I love you. He was a single dad for 27 years. Well, what happened between you and your sister? If she's 2 years older, you said? I come from money, I was rebellious, and I wouldn't follow what was expected and wanted to explore life, and I was cut off and left home where my sister got everything because she was like a puppet. Well, I know a little bit about that too, Munchie, because of Larry's situation. You are a very dutiful daughter, like Rooster says, Dawn, and you were there when you needed to be. And you did the right thing, honey. And, you can lay your head down at night knowing that you did the right thing. Maybe somewhere one day you'll realize that the reason she could never tell you is because she was never told herself that she was loved. And to make sure you don't ever follow in those footsteps, that you always tell yours that they're loved, right? I make sure that when I see my grandchildren, I make the best of it. I try anyway. And Ace's birthday party is coming up, and so we have a birthday party to attend. And if we can't go, then we'll get his birthday gift and have him over for lunch. I think that's what we might do anyway, because the place that they're going to have it is not too big, and it's very crowded and hot. Yeah, and he's going to be busy with all of his friends and all of that good stuff. So, but yeah, Hannah started school Monday. She's going to be a pharmaceutical tech. So you do? You have a grandson named Ace? Yep, that's Ace is our baby. He was our little white baby. Of course, Dawn, and your animals. Two aces. I love. He's 5. Well, Ace is about to turn 10. He is about to turn 10. He's going into the 5th grade. He's all A's. He's all in special classes. His mother just finished school for surgical tech, and she's in clinicals now. And so now Heaven is starting 2nd grade this year, and Hannah started pharmaceutical tech. So I'm just excited. You left home and became a stripper, but I lived. There you go, girl. Hey, let me tell you something. My brother married a stripper. Well, they did. They did marry, and I say he never married, but they were together 20 something years. So, but she was a stripper. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, if you got it, show it. Oh my goodness, Dawn, really? Already? It's been 4 years we've known each other, and he has grown so much. Oh my gosh. She's done so many things to my family, but the one thing she did was never forgiven my late dad was she walked away from her child for a man just like my mom. I had to take guardianship. Oh, you did. Oh my goodness, Miss Boo. So he's your son now. Or your child. Well, bless your heart and thank you for stepping up to the plate um and being just like your dad raised you to be. And you succeeded, Dawn, just like Red said. Red, I truly did. I did very well after dancing, and that was just the starting point. Good for you, Munchie. Good for you, girlfriend. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. I love to dance too. I've been getting up in my sessions, my ketamine sessions, whenever it wears off enough and I can get up and dance, and I just get up and dance, and I think about Red Rooster dancing with me. Oh, that's great, Miss Boo. That is so great. See, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, Dawn. Ain't no shame in that game. Hey, look, there's money to be made in all kinds of things, right? I'm feeling good. I went to the hospital. I didn't stay there. Thank God they didn't admit me. Um, but I had a problem breathing, and come to find out I had a UTI that I caught in time. They gave me antibiotics and they gave me Lasix, which makes you pee, 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 pee. And I didn't even have any fluid buildup, which was really weird. I had no symptoms of fluid buildup. My chest X-ray came back fine, but they did find an infection with my white cell count being real high, and but I've been feeling fine. I've been cooking supper. I've been doing dishes. I've been coloring here and there. I really haven't been able to focus too well because I've been on steroids for pain, inflammation for my back, and Toradol because I went to my doctor and I just couldn't handle the pain anymore. And so that's what she put me on. But the main thing is we caught it before it went septic. I don't want to go septic. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, methylprednisone. Yeah, methylprednisone. What's up? We live. Let's go. Mr. Works in the house. Raw Reality Media. Drop that link, somebody, for me, so everybody can catch up with Mr. Work on Raw Reality Media. We're just chilling, Mr. Work. I'm just chilling, telling everybody, just talking about my story, and everybody sharing their story, and talking about me being in the hospital Saturday night. The one thing that I learned from her was walking away was I became the best mom I could be to my kids, and I would never walk away regardless. Oh no, Miss Boo, I would never walk away from my kids. Never. Never. Yes, a 6-day dose pack. That's why you can't. Yes, exactly, Munchie. And that's why I want to eat everything in sight, too. Thank you, CNT and Dawn. I love YouTube, too, Mr. Work. That's why I'm on here again. Everybody sub to Mr. Works is Raw Reality Media. He also has another channel called Deep View Media, and his name is Mr. Work, and he works. Let me tell you, he be working them streets, rolling, rolling, rolling. They do, Red. They make you beef up, and I've been trying everything I can not to eat everything in sight, man. But it's hard. That's the reason I'm sleeping so well too. When I do sleep, hey, random, hey, darling. Oh, thank you, Munchie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like to go deep. I like to go deep. A lot of people don't like to go deep. They say I talk too much about my personal life, and it's like, well, what else am I going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, see, Miss Boo, I don't feel the hate anymore. I don't feel the hate anymore. I feel sorrow for her. And so it's changed. I feel sorrow for her, but not to go back to her. You know what I'm saying? There's been only a couple of people that I really hated in my life. And there's still one that I struggle with to this day, and that's my mother's husband, who did a bunch of horrible things to me, caused a lot of trauma. Who, Munchie? My mother? Do you think she has her own trauma but differently? Who? My sister or my mother? Oh, your co star had to work tonight, so you won't be recording. Like my sister, she got everything, but it was at the cost of herself. Um, my sister had trauma too, and I know that. Looking at her trauma compared to mine is a little different. I was 7 years older than her, so I experienced a lot more than what she did. And she was very babied. And she was given everything. I wasn't given everything. I didn't get everything. Um, but now she plays the victim. She's always the victim. You know, you know. I did this because you didn't do this and you wasn't doing this and that's your problem and this and that. Um, Even in times when I've, swallowed my pride as the older sister and tried to apologize over simple things that had happened in the past before all this came about, she was real childish about it, always just walking off and, silence and not forgiving me and just not talking to me and, them just up and moving, I mean, just weird shit, that family just, you just don't see family do that to each other, it seems like to me. Sometimes I don't excuse that. Their trauma maybe was bad, but treating others terribly or being a big giant asshole, not okay with me. Exactly. It doesn't give anyone a right just because, take for instance, just because I've been through shit doesn't mean it gives me a right to be a fucking bitch to people. It just doesn't give me that right. Now, if you treat me like a bitch, I'm going to treat you back like a bitch. That's just me. But that's my upbringing. It is her loss, Dawn. You're right. It is her loss. And, I found family on here. I've got more family on here that's, closer to me than my sister ever thought about being. I mean, I've got family on here that goes 3 to 4 years back. We've got history here together now. I haven't been on YouTube for just 6 months now. I mean, I've been on YouTube for a while now. I've shared a lot of my life. I feel it more for my sibling as when he became ill with dementia. I moved back home to care for him and on my way on my own. But to me, he raised 2 kids and it should have been that in the, yeah. Wow, girl, you've been through it, honey. Miss Boo, Miss Boo. Oh, she was more concerned about her inheritance. Yes. It's always the fucking money. What is it about now? My mama didn't have. Look, nobody in my family had any money. Nobody in my family had any money, but my dad had tools that he had promised my husband that they ended up going and taking, and a lot of shit happened, and there's a lot of things that were involved. Things were taken out of his household that I never got. I didn't get my husband had to go and ask for ashes. He had to go and literally ask my sister to give me ashes. And it's like, really? You have to ask? I couldn't even get a book that he read. His last book that he was reading, because he read every single night of his life. I don't know. It's really hard. Hey, Angie. CS. Good morning. Family strong. That's right, girlfriend. Chief in session. Angie Burke's in the house. Money does run families. Always the money. Hmm. Exactly, Munchie. Oh, exactly. Now look. Shit. I'll whoop the shit out of her. Oh, nothing, Angie. We're just bullshitting and talking about family drama. Just how we all personally deal with family drama, and you know, yes, Red Rooster, it's amazing what money will cause. Yes, my father's worth a lot of money, and I actually fear when he died what will happen and how it will play out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't fear that anymore, Munchie, because it's happened and we didn't get anything, out of it. The one thing that I got from my father years ago, he gave me something years ago that meant the world to me. And I told him, if you ever die, this is the only thing I would want. And he gave it to me that day. And I've had it ever since. So, and that's his Bible. It was all left to me, and I gave it all to my kids. It set two eldest kids up with their own little business. Good for you, Miss Boo. When he dies, he's still alive. Oh, okay, okay, good. Oh, yeah. Well, mostly everybody does fit in, Angie, because everybody's got family trauma. And on that note, I'm going to take another hit and we're going to drop that link and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to smoke a cigarette and we're going to keep on talking because I am up for a little while. Who's with me? Who is with me? So I just did something amazing, amazing, amazing. So you guys know that I mentioned tonight that I filmed my second video for cooking with honeybees. If you do not know the channel Cooking with Honeybees, someone please drop that link if you can find it. Drop that link, Cooking with Honeybees, 2 exclamation points. Sign up and come watch me cook. Don't we have terrific, happy family out there? That's right. The money means nothing because your dad is still gone. Exactly. Oh, thank you, Munchie. Thank you, Munchie. They look good, huh? Both of my dearest and only true family members died in 2020, and they both have birthdays this month. Oh, wow, Angie. I'm sorry to hear that. Just a reminder, can you make me a moderator? I can go over, get the links. I'm not from our show. Just saying, I can go do that. Hold on. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, got you. I'm on strike. When I'm off, I'll share you away, honeybee. Thank you, baby. Yes, I've got another video. It should be coming out Saturday or Sunday. And I made mayo biscuits and creamy beef with in white gravy, creamed beef and white gravy. I'm the last of my family. All the rest have passed. See me too, except for my sister, Miss Boo. And that's why it's been so hard because, I would remember, oh, how's my treatment going? My treatment is going great. That's one of the things that this treatment brought up too. You can pretty much guide yourself in your treatment, but it did come up for me in my treatment about my sister. Um, and I've been having dreams about it. Yeah. Congrats to you, Miss Boo. That's right. You're the survivor. That's right, Red. I love all y'all, you ladies. We're all supportive of each other. We don't tear each other down. Thank you to everybody that's come in and that's sharing their story. And, it makes me feel good that I'm not the only one that's sitting up thinking about this stuff. There's other people out there sitting up thinking about it too. Oh no, I could never do that. Stay up for 2 days. There you go, Angie. There you go. I've lost my dad, my mother, my brother, and a son and a grandson, an uncle. I've lost a lot, my father-in-law, a brother-in-law, and I'm surprised I'm here too all these years later. But YouTube saved my life. You people on YouTube saved my life. I'm getting ketamine treatments, Angie. Yeah, I'm getting ketamine treatments. I was doing 2 times a week for a month, and now I'm down. I'm through with the induction phase, so now I'm to a maintenance phase, which is 1 time a week. So I'll get my dose on Thursday. Oh, I bet you did lose some sleep. Yeah, Charles Lindbergh. Oh wow, what cancer? What are you talking about? I'm also a recovering addict of 30 years. Oh wow, Miss Boo, congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Yes, ma'am. I've heard that too, Angie. Are you asking what cancer my son had? I'm not sure what you mean by what cancer. I can't remember what I said. I'm high. You'll have to excuse me. I'm on steroids. I'm high. Well, most of the people in here, well, I don't know what Miss Boo smokes. I'm smoking on some mimosa, just some just some good stuff. That's very good, Red. I got some good sleep today, girl. I'm just gonna let you know. Oh no, I don't have cancer. I don't have cancer. No, I was just taking treatments for, just ketamine treatments for depression and anxiety. Yeah. Yeah, steroids, these were prescribed to me by my doctor for inflammation because I can't take anything for inflammation like ibuprofen, NSAIDs, or anything like that. I can only take the steroid, which, is the better part. And I'm on Toradol right now for pain, but that won't last long. I smoke nothing. I like my pills and gummy once in a blue moon. I love weed. I can't lie. I love weed. It's not been easy. I've relapsed a couple of times, but I picked myself up and started over. I smoke weed only for pain management. Good for you, Miss Boo. Nothing wrong with that. I do not see weed as a drug. Do not see it as a drug. Yeah, I'm in a lot of pain myself, and that's the only thing that has helped. Oh, it's wonderful, Angie. I'm not gonna lie. Ketamine has really done great for me so far. Yeah, yeah. Relapse is a part of recovery, but Jeeve often ends life. So glad you're in recovery now. Yes, I know the feeling on that, Angie. I have what they say arthritis in my back, gastroparesis, um, and other things. And yeah, a lot of people do munchie. A lot of people do get paranoid. It is not recreationally legal where I am, but I do have a medical card, so therefore I can buy and smoke. Yeah. No, there's no way I could get Vicodin for pain. I do get Valium. I only get 15 a month though. They just, yeah. I wish I had Vicodin for pain. Munchie. Dawn says Willie Nelson is 93 and he's still touring and performing. That's a testament to the benefits of weed. Yes, Dawn. And you know I love me some Willie Nelson. Munchie, I'm paranoid. I have jokes, but I'm thinking it's not appropriate right now. But Willie Nelson unfortunately has bad emphysema. Well, you know, he stopped smoking cigarettes and he started and weed and started taking gummies or something at some point, I thought. Munchie, you need to get in touch with me. Okay. On the road again. Down, 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 down. I saw Willie Nelson in concert with my dad one time. I love Willie Nelson. Love Willie Nelson. Angels flying too close to the ground. That's what Terry King sang at my brother's funeral. Wow. What some memories. Yeah, you know, that's the thing is that if I go see a doctor, they're probably going to tell me either stop smoking pot or we won't give you these pills. I can't. Gummies are good. Okay. Let me just say that. Gummies are good, but I can't control how much goes into the system and how it's being processed. That's why I like to smoke. And I love the smell of smoke. All right, Munchie. That's good to know, girlfriend. I might need to call you up. Hey, Munch, girlfriend, girl, what you doing? What you doing, girl? What you doing? Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh wow, Angie. And then you'll really be cooking. Yes, Red. Some people do nibble the gummy to sip the buzz factor. Um, to me, I just, if I take a whole gummy as according to, what milligram it is, I just don't know because of my body weight and everything else how it's going to affect me. It could be, too much of a buzz or it could be not enough. And then you don't want to take another gummy because then it'll be too much. And with smoking, I can control that. I can just take a hit and I can put it down and walk away and say 2 hours later, come back and say, okay, I need to smoke again. Oh, gummies work for me, but they usually give me a headache. Take care, CNT. Have a great one. Coffee and a joint? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't like that feeling, Munchie. I don't like that feeling. Oh, it sucks because there's a surprise factor of what it'll do. It never surprises me, Red Rooster. I mean, there's different types of highs, but it's not like psychedelic or anything. You don't see things or, you know, anything like that. So it don't surprise me. Thanks for stopping in, CNT, and I really enjoy your new channel, girlfriend. Hell yeah, Miss Boo. I love the smell. I love to walk out and then come in and smell my weed. And especially if it's good weed too. and it smells sweet and inviting, and you're like, "Ooh, let me go hit that bowl just one more time." Mm. Okay, Angie, I pulled that up. I'll have to check it out. Here in New York, I smell weed at stoplights with the other cars all the time. You're in New York? Oh my gosh, you're so far away from me, Munchie. Munchie, you should have my number. I could tell you a great story about why you should never smoke bud. Too much to say here, but don't smoke. If it keeps you up all night hearing opera music that isn't playing. If you're hearing opera music that isn't fucking playing, then something's up with that bud. Something else was in that bud. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me drop my channel link, y'all, so I could get. I have got to have a cigarette. It's been over an hour. You sing opera sober? Randall says yes, it happened to me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all are a trip. Random, it happened to me. My eldest son smokes it too. I remember when we would smoke solids, that was the best. Solids, yes. Oh wow, before you got whooping golf? What language do you prefer? Ouija. You were burned the corner of the block and crumbled it. How in the world? I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Boo. Good night, Munchie. I'm so glad you stopped in. Thank you, sweetheart, for sharing. Miss Boo, are you talking about like hash? Like hashish? I can sing German opera too. Oh, wax or dabs? Wax. I don't know. Dabs are okay too, but I like wax. I don't too much get into those. I'm just a regular smoker. Yeah, Miss Booby burning the corners. So, guys, I have a procedure coming up, and I'm not excited about it. And I hope that so, Honeybee, what has you up and smiling? What has me up and smiling? Well, right now, life, just life in general, is good. You know, I've had a good day. I'm smiling because, why be sad? I've been sad a lot in my life. Oh, see, I don't know what you're talking about. Hmm, that's different. I might have to look that up, Miss Boo, because I really don't know what you're talking about. He gets that stuff a lot in Canada too. Brooks Cameron. Okay. Time to enjoy alive a little. Oh, and live a little. Yes. Let go and live a little. Might as well. Oh, you're using voice texting? Okay, Red. Good night. I love you. Only Calvin's. Oh, girl, you so funny. Get you some rest. Get you some rest so you can go walking tomorrow. If it's not raining, hopefully it's not raining. Yeah, the older you get, Angie, the more it becomes more prevalent to live in the moment and to seize the moment. And good, no rain tomorrow. Good. It rained a little bit here today for like 15 minutes and then it stopped. And we need rain so bad. It's like a dust ball around here. Yeah, I'm smoking one now. Yeah, I'm outside smoking one now on my phone. Thanks, Red, for sharing. I love you. Yep, I'm smoking a cigarette right now. I'm in the west central Wisconsin, and it's so beautiful. Where are you in Wisconsin? Where is west central Wisconsin? That's where Red is. She's in southeastern. Galesville, past La Crosse. Do you know where that is, Red? That's cool that y'all are both are in Wisconsin. Fond du Lac County didn't flood. Yes, north of me. Awesome was babysitting Fort du Lac. I don't know what that means. My fellow Wisconsinite. That's funny, Angie. You're the only crazy ass that lives in the UK. You never know where people might meet from. You never know. My cousins live in the UK, Red says. I think the UK is fab. Only half shift at a time. That's so small this time. That is very small. So I guess I should have named this live Water Under the Bridge. Because in life, sometimes things we come across grief, depression, anger, trauma, family trauma. You have to at some point let it go. Whether you forgive it or not, just let it go. Let it be water under the bridge. And thanks to everyone's help on here, and thanks to my wonderful, wonderful therapist who has helped me to believe in myself once again and get back on the horse of life, I guess you should say, and let those things go. Um, and random, I know. Good night, Red. I love you, girl. You get you some sleep. For me, grief is the worst. I'm so sorry, random. They say blood is thicker than water, and my family piss is thicker than my bloodline. Exactly. Good night, Dawn. Love you, dear. I'm so glad you were here. Sleep well. So I want to say good night to everybody and thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And random, I'm so sorry that you're grieving, and I'm sorry for your loss. And everybody grieves differently, and everybody's grief lasts longer or shorter, or grief is a life of its own. So just make sure that you stay in control of the way you manage your grief. Oh, you'll be fine, Angie. You can keep the wrench. But thanks for everybody. Thank you, Angie, for being here and sharing your story. Thank you, everybody. Miss Boo, you really came in, and Munchie. I just really appreciate all of y'all. Dawn, you've been through so much, honey, and you've always supported me. You've always been a number one. I appreciate you dearly. I thank for every one of you being in here, and I just want to say thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Um, Definitely, Miss Boo. I'm always on this channel. I know it's not really, it's 2:02 a.m. here, so I don't know what time it is there. I just know that it's probably during the daytime for you, probably. Thank you, Angie. To you too. To you too. Um, but I talk a lot on here about grief and depression and okay, so it's 8:03 a.m. Cool. Okay. Almost 4:20. 2:02 a.m. in Canada. It's 2:03 a.m. here. So it's 8 for Miss Boo. So that means we are 6 hours apart. Yeah. She's ahead of me by 6 hours. So I'll have to remember that when I'm going on, Miss Boo. Because I really enjoy you being in here and we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about. Oh, girl, I've been named every mental health issue too, by bipolar, mental disorder, except schizophrenia. I don't have that. And they won't diagnose me with ADHD, even though I think I have it. So that's a whole nother live show that we can get into and talk about. It's the mental health professions. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm out of here, guys. And thank you to everyone being here again. And Honeybees out. Have a nice one.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's the song, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I could smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man. Where? That's gas fumes, man. Oh, man.